Hi there guys, Bovine Hamster here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new hero, Shinbi. Take a look at the deck that I have for her, and I'm going to make a prediction about her. So Shinbi, I predict that after the first week of her being out, you're going to be seeing less and less and less and less of her, if not just not at all. In fact, the higher you go up in ELO, the less you're going to see this hero. The main reason being for this is that she is currently out of place. She is in a meta which requires quick burst and CC, of which she has neither. Her ultimate requires her to build up stacks, which means she's going to take time to do that. The maximum she can do in a second is 4 if you hit with all of her abilities, which is not enough to get a kill on her ultimate. So her ability to do burst is kind of limited right now. But yeah, there we go. So let's take a look at her ability, shall we? So we've got a cutting edge. This is her basic attack. Her basic attack, she gets 1.6 damage per level, and this power scaling for this is 0.5. You cannot run her as a melee hero, guys. She is just not that good. Crit out the window, crit bonus out the window, attack speed. No, I wouldn't go for attack speed either on her. Just generally because her scaling is just very, very poor. A 1.2 second cooldown on that as well. Rushing beat. Okay, this is basically where she runs forward. This is her dash. She gets 2 of these. 640 units, passing through enemies, dealing 55 ability damage. It does 160 damage at max. Okay, which is a fair amount, especially when you think you can get 2 of these off. Okay, that is, what's that, 320 damage just off the back of this. So that's quite a lot of burst, but you've got to be very accurate with your dashes. And the scaling for this is 0.7. So if you've got 100 damage on her, it's going to be an extra 70 damage. So this is quite a lot of burst that you've got here. You're probably looking at about maybe 400 to 500 burst damage off the back of this. Which is fairly nice. It also gives you 2 stacks to her ultimate, and we'll get to that in a second. Line tempo. Okay, this is where she summons a wolf, she throws it out, 1500 units, and it deals 42 ability damage. At maximum it does 131.4. The scaling for this is 0.525, so this has a fairly good scaling with it as well. So again, if you've got 100 ability damage, you're going to be doing an extra 52 damage with this. The mana cost is quite low, 40 to start off with, going up to 50, and the cooldown is 2 seconds. So you can drop one of these out every 2 seconds. So you can do 400 damage in like 4 seconds. So you're doing 100 damage a second with this line tempo. It is a skill shot. You do have to aim it. You do have to predict where people are going to be. It does take a while for the wolf to get to the max range as well. So not only do you have to predict where the enemy's going to be, you have to predict the timing of your wolf hitting your opponent as well. So this is quite a hard ability to use. Okay, it's not as easy as rushing beat. Every time you hit with one of these, of course, it gives you a stack to your ultimate, and we'll get onto that in a second. Circle rhythm. Shinbi summons 4 spirit wolves that circle her for 4 seconds, and it does healing and damage. So the damage it does is 30 per second at level 1, 84 per second at level 4. The scaling for this is 0.18. So if you've got 100 power, you're doing an extra 18 damage. Okay, so this isn't your damage ability, guys. This is going to be your sustain ability. It's going to help you heal as you get up close to get those extra stacks in order to nuke someone down. The mana cost at this maximum is 160. You're going to be healing for 65 plus 20% of your power. So if you've got 100 power, you're going to be doing 85 healing every second for 4 seconds, which is not too bad. You know, you got the best part of 400 healing going on there. And obviously every time someone takes a tick of damage from this, you are building up a stack for your ultimates here. All kill, here we go. Okay, so for every skill that you're hitting with here, okay, every time you hit with the circle rhythm, your line tempo, or your rushing beat, you are applying 1 stack of walls to your opponent. Okay, can build up to a maximum of 8 stacks. And what this does is it targets the nearest person with the most amount of stacks on. Okay. So you're looking to you see, like, to do your maximum amount of damage, you need to build up these stacks. Okay, this is one of the reasons she's not going to be played that much. You've got 7 seconds, so they're expecting you to not even do your full combo within that 7 seconds. You are building these up, and every time you hit with a new ability, it refreshes the cooldown, so you got another 7 seconds to kind of hit with something. It's a bit convoluted. I don't like it. So the level 1, you're doing 46.875 damage. Maximum, you're doing 74.375. And the scaling for this is only 0.328125. So you got 100 ability, you're doing an extra 30 on top of this. But then, okay, so let's, for argument's sake, level 3, you're doing 100 damage per wolf. You know, you've got your 8 stacks, that's 800 damage. It's like, 800 damage, you know, and you have to get those 8 stacks. So her ultimate isn't really that ultimate, in my personal opinion. I don't find her ultimate that ultimate. So what are we gonna do here? Oh wow, okay. So in my personal opinion, I think she works better in offlane than she does in the middle. People have been running her middle though. It's okay. I don't find her ganking potential particularly good. If you take a look at Gideon, Gideon does all his burst on his rock and his ultimate. Yeah, 2 abilities, 2 clicks. There you go, okay. Shinbi has to combo everything up in order to be able to use her ability. So for her to be in the middle, I don't like this idea, because she can't, if she gets a decent buff, she can't just run to the left or to the right to gank anyone. It's not viable. Her cutting edge is not strong enough. It's only got a 10% cleave on it for her to jungle properly. Her abilities cost too much mana to just constantly be spamming them out in order to take down minions. So I wouldn't put her in the jungle. She's definitely not support. She's got no CC, so she can't do anything. So for me, the only place really I would suggest putting her where she might be viable, and I don't think she is offlane. Now the reason I don't think she is because offlane is just held by a lot better hero, Aurora. Simple as, okay. You're dealing with a burst CC meta, and Shinbi does neither. She's not very good at burst. She's not very good at CC. Well, she's got no CC. So what do we do? Okay, so we're in the mid lane. We are going to be looking to get our line tempo first. Line tempo, you say? Why is that? Well, because you're going to be last hitting with this, okay? A lot of people treat her as a melee hero. She is not a melee hero, guys. Do not let this sword fool you, okay? She shouldn't have a sword, in my opinion. It's a bit deceptive. You're going to use your line tempo to last hit, okay? It does 75 damage, I believe, at level 1. No, 55 damage. No, wrong one. Line tempo. Okay, 42 damage. Okay, level 2 it does 71 damage. So you're going to be sitting in your flame. You're going to use this Q. It has a very long distance, the same as a ranged hero. You're going to use this to basically last hit in your lane. Your second ability you want to get is either your circle rhythm or your rushing beat, depending on what's happening. Are you getting ganked quite a lot? Go for your rushing beat. Are you taking a lot of damage? Get your circle rhythm. But basically, I level this first, and I level this second. and this is the last thing that I level. Okay, this does nothing than heal you. That is it. And if you're needing healing, then you're already losing the battle. Okay, you want as much burst as possible. This is the burstiest ability that she has. Okay, with the highest scaling. This is the second, and this is last. Okay, now what you want to do is, as you are last hitting, you want to try and combo when you get to level 5 a few of these Qs up. Okay, maybe until it gets to 2 or 3. Okay, once it gets to 2 or 3, you can then run in. You can use your rushing beat on the opponent. Okay, so if you've got 3 there, you're looking at 4, maybe 5 with this. Use your circle rhythm. That's 5 or 6. Okay, suddenly you've got the ability to use your all kill. It's a case of being patient with her. You're going to have to be patient with her. You can't just run in like a Kalari. You can't just run in like a Countess. Who are both better assassins than her, in my opinion. So let's take a look at this deck then, shall we? There we go, here it is. So, as I said, we're going to put her off lane. Now, she's not a melee hero, so we're going to go for the Archmagus, okay? And the main reason being is that she's got a fairly-ish decent wave clear. Her Q enables you to be able to take out the wave clear very, very easily. So we're not going to bother with extra damage versus minions. We're not worried about the extra health for the minions. Instead, what we want is we want her, if she ends up by an inhibitor or a tower by herself, she needs the minions to be doing extra damage to said tower or inhibitor. So we are going to be going for the Archmagus in order to be able to do that extra damage. Okay, we've got a health potion, a healer token here, standard for off lane guys. So you can do a lot of take a lot of harassment damage whilst throwing out your Q in order to be able to last hit. If you wanted to, you can put a mana potion in there as well. It's up to you. Going out with a healer token and a mana potion kind of works with her because she does have her circle heal. But there we go. Okay, we've got a Brawler's Ward here with a 3 and a 2 power token and a 1 mana token. We've got a Burst Engine here with 2 power 1 cost power tokens and a 1 cost spark token there. We got another Burst Engine here with 2 1 cost sparks and a 1 cost cast. We got Elder Mage Amulet here with a 3, a 2 and a 1 power token. Elder Mage Amulet here with 3 1 point mana tokens. We got a Magna Lens here with a 3, a 2 and a 1 shock or ability penetration. We got Hunter's Guile here with a 2, a 2 and a 1 power token in here. We got a Vine Heart here with a 3, a 3 and a 2 ability penetration, and we got Chrono Disc here with a 2 cost chrono and 2 1 cost power tokens. Okay, so what are we gonna do here, guys? Well, you're in your mid in your off lane. You have your choice of your tokens here. Then you're gonna decide: are you getting heavily ganked? Do you need the extra mana? Or do you need mana regen? Okay, if you need the extra mana, then obviously you go for the Brawler's Ward, and then you've got yourself some vision to help de-ward so that your jungler can come and gank your lane. If you don't need that, then you can go into 1 or 2 of your burst engines. If you want that little extra bit of mana regen, then go for this burst engine. If you want that little bit of extra power, you go for this burst engine here. But basically, your first 3 items you're going to get are the 2 burst engines and then this Elder Mage Amulet here. Okay, you want a lot of health because she has no sustainability, survivability outside of her circle heal and her very, very short dash. Okay, guys. Once you've done that, you want to build up the rest of your power. So the Brawler's Ward, go into your Hunter's Guile if the enemy team has a Aurora or other kind of CC effect. This is going to be very useful for getting rid of. You then go for your Chronomancer's Disc, and your last 2 items are going to be your Vineheart and your Magna Lens, and then you're going to switch those out for the burst engine. Obviously this Elder Mage Amulet replaces this one a little bit later on. So your end build is going to be this Brawler's Ward, this Elder Mage Amulet, your Hunter's Guile, Vineheart, and the Chronomancer's Disc. Okay. Just to give you that extra cooldown on your dash and your heal there. So this is the build that I've been using, guys. Have I used it in PvP? Yes, several times. However, every time I pick a Shinbi in PvP, people quit, people DC, people just AFK. Everyone dislikes Shinbi at the moment in the level that I'm playing at. So I'm finding it very hard to find proper games with people to be able to test this out in solo queue. Other than that, guys, give this a test. Let me know how you get on with it. Do you have any ideas on how to build her? How are you finding her, guys? I mean, I find her absolutely just trash. Based on the current meta. Just let me know your thoughts. Other than that, guys, like, favorite, and subscribe, and I shall see you soon. Hello, someone just messaged me. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the comments before we leave, guys. Favorite and subscribe, and I shall see you soon. Yay! You do a love stream again. You made my day. Yeah, cheers, bro. Yeah, I'm sorry. She is she's not that good, man. She is living in a meta which requires quick burst and CC, and she doesn't do either. So unfortunately, I do very much predict that this hero in the current state of the game is going to be fading into obscurity. Okay, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care.